the state was just asking for the appointment of an FCRA attorney. Ms. Rogers is here. She's waited for this hearing, despite being told that. So my guess, and I am guessing, is that she's wanting to have a temporary order put into place while we're waiting on the SCRA and the final judgment to be available.
All right, then, Ms. Rogers.
Yes, Your Honor.
What are you asking the court to do here today? Please keep in mind, man, I'm limited by Service Members Release Act of what I can do, but I'll go ahead and let you tell the court what you were wishing me to do here today, ma'am.
Okay, a year ago, it was just supposed to be a renewal. Yes, 3 years revisiting the child support order. He just didn't want to pay the price. The amount that is supposed to go up. So he wanted to speak to a judge. But this whole time, he didn't tell anybody he was going to be out of the country at all. So we found out after the fact, and now it's like, I don't know, we have to start all over again, but it took a year.
No, man. He was served.
Yeah, he was served, but he didn't tell anybody he was leaving. We found out.
Okay. Well, ma'am, I don't need him telling me that he leave. All I need to do is see that he was served, but I got to jump through certain hoops before I can default a service member at a final hearing. So I got to appoint him a lawyer. His lawyer's got to see if they can contact him one way or the other. But the bottom line is I could start his brand new child support based on what he was earning on the first day of either May or June. I got to check that service date again. May, looks like the latest at June 1st of this year. I can order the brand new child support amount to start based on what he's actually earning, ma'am. He can't get away from this one. Again, he's actually been noticed and served. Is just because he's in the United States Army. I got federal laws to say I've got to do what I got to do.
Yes, and that's just what I was worried about, because it took us a year to get to see you, and now I was like, does it start all over?
No, man, we're not starting all over. I'm gonna give him an SCRA attorney, and I'm going to reset this matter. Again, so I'm going to reset this matter relatively quickly. If the state wants to try to get that last docket of December, something like that, that's fine with the court. Where I can go ahead and do a temporary order, because like I said, he has not filed an official Service Members Relief Act request. So I know I can get away with at least the temporary orders before I got to give him either I think it's either 90 or 90 days notice of a contested final hearing. But in the interim, I can go ahead and see about getting some temporary support going. So let's go ahead and let's appoint. Let's go with. Let's see. I don't want to use somebody that. It might be a little hard because he's now gone somewhere else too for me to go ahead and to do Ebony. But I'll go ahead and I'm going to appoint. Let's see what's up last. I did Bram Hall. Okay. All right. I did Ms. Gustafson already. So looks like I'm trying to do my list from memory and it's not working. So let me bring it up. So. All right, Excel, there we go.
Your Honor, Ms. Walker informed me that the December 15th docket has availability still left.
Very good. That's kind of different. I'm sorry, no, I was looking at my, I put a new version of Excel on this thing and it's not finding my old attorney list. It's finding the list I sent over for, okay, well, it's just, anyway, all right, then I'll go ahead and I know I just did Mr. Major on one already. So let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and appoint Mr. Glass on this one. So I'm gonna appoint Kurt Glass as the SCRA attorney. I'll reset this matter for a minimum of a temporary order on this on December the 15th. And Mr. Glass will see if he can contact the child's father and see what we can get done, maybe get this done as a final hearing, because again, it's not going to change or help him in any manner, way, shape, or form. And the only thing it can do is mean that he'll owe more money if I got to do it the long, hard way. And he'll be due and owed based on that. Ma'am, do you know exactly where he is out of country? Is he out of country or is he somewhere in the States?
He's out of country right now. I can't disclose where. But he's out of country. And the issue is that this could have been handled. He just didn't want to pay the up
Yes, ma'am, I
amount.
know. Ma'am, I've been the child support judge for 21 years. I've never heard, it's not like I hadn't heard that before, you know.
Yeah, it was just one of those. He was like, he thought he could fight it. They explained to him he couldn't fight it. They explained to him everything. He just wanted to talk to a judge. So it prolonged all of this.
All right, well, again, ma'am, I can only order him to pay child support from the first date after service of citation, but I've got that, and if I gotta make sure I get this guy property, if I gotta dot all my I's and cross all my T's to get this service member thing done for a final hearing, they'll be fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and set this matter for the 15th to see if I can get you at least a temporary order modifying the child support, and then if we got to give him the requisite notice of a final hearing, final contested hearing in accordance with the federal law, I'll do that. Obviously, that won't take place until sometime after the first of the year, but in the interim, I'll go ahead and see about getting you some brand new child support modification on a temporary order portion of it, at least to start the first day of January. So again, I've given him his lawyer as the requirements are. I'm going to reset this matter for again to the 15th. And ma'am, just to be able to say that, do you actually know where he is?
I don't. I mean, I have a phone number for him,
Yes,
and we
ma'am.
can. I just don't know where he is. He doesn't tend to tell us anything.
Okay, then when he said you can't divulge that, I was going to say, yeah, my dad's Green Beret unit spoke Spanish, and we didn't know where he was half the time. So yeah, I thought it might be something like that. So, all right. So long as he's not off on some mission somewhere like that, then obviously I'll have to wait till he gets back to take care of everything else. But he didn't file the request, so I'm going to go ahead and give him the lawyer and see about getting this thing set up on December. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Remember, no matter what, we don't have to start out. We will not have to start all over again. All right.
Okay. I had a question.
Yes, ma'am. What's your question?
Contact with him, because if we can't get in contact with him, then how does that work? Like,
well, ma'am, he's the SCRA attorney will try to contact him at all known phone numbers and addresses that are listed. He was by law under the last order to keep the court informed exactly where he is as far as addresses and phone numbers. His failure to do so puts the onus on him. So this is on him now, because this is a modification, and in your original order, you both were ordered to keep the court informed of addresses and phone numbers for this exact reason. And if he didn't do it, then like I said, I can go ahead and default him, and we'll send the request for the new child support out to DFAS, and they'll do that. So,
okay.
Like I said, he can slow things down, ma'am, but he cannot stop it.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Anything else, Ms. Hubbard?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. Well, ma'am, you say you got a phone number for him?
Yes, I do.
All right. Could Ms. Hubbard, do you have that phone number?
Your Honor, I'd be willing to speak with Ms. Rogers in the breakout room if she doesn't mind, and make sure we have it.
Yes, that's why I was going to make sure he did, because again, Mr. Glass is technically the dad's lawyer, so he won't be calling her. So I need to see if she's got any additional methods of communicating with him and or addresses, and that way I'll let y'all get in the breakout room, and that way you can pass that information on to Mr. Glass. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Rogers, we'll see you next month, and we're off the record. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.